Feel free to disagree, feel free to agree with me. Let's make this a serious conversation in the comment section. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to a new video. If you're new on my channel, I'm Jane. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. If it is your first time, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification bell so you get notified every time I film a new video and you don't miss out on all the goodies on this channel. Today's video we are going to be talking about why I do not tell people my problems. A lot of people have asked me behind the scenes, of course not on camera or on YouTube or anything, but people who know me are always like, how do you mask all these things? How do you mask what you go through? How do you stay positive regardless of what you go through? Why don't you always come out and tell people about your problems? Okay, so recently I was talking to a friend of mine and he was like, Jane, you actually have stuff to talk about. Just let it all out and stop carrying it in. I generally do not like pity party. That's just me. I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen a lot of people come on YouTube and probably say their problems. I'm like, that's you guys. That's not me. Now, after he said that, and I sat down for a while and I backtracked. Even like way back when I was younger, I would never open my mouth to say anything. And I feel like this year I want to be able to say my experiences. I want to be able to come out and talk and just give people, you know, an insight of how to handle situations like that. I'm sure there are people that randomly go on YouTube or Google something about how they are feeling or situations they are in. I feel like I have a lot to give out, but I just haven't gotten to that space where I want to get it all out. If you get me, you go around like you don't have problems. That's if I let you into one or two. One of the reasons why I don't talk about my problems is because people are going through a lot. I'm sure there are also a lot of people that max a lot like me and they can't tell you, and then you go and tell them your own problem. Maybe your own problem is even bigger than their own problem, or your problem is nothing compared to their own problem. You're just giving them more negativity and letting them get more negative energy. It's even worse when you talk about it every single time. I have this friend that I tell literally almost everything. I tell her how I feel and all that, but at some point I stopped. Do you get? I feel like the only thing I literally rant to her about these days is YouTube, and that's because it's an open situation. I mean, everybody knows. But when it comes to my personal life, I don't rant enough to her. I don't rant to her even that much anymore because I feel like I'm giving her lots of negative vibes, and I do not want to do that. It's as if I rant about my personal life or things going on with me personally, it doesn't make her happy, you know. That's how I feel, and that's how I feel for other people. If I come to you and tell you my problem, I believe that you probably have a solution, or you might give me some information on how to solve it, or you might actually want to help me out of the situation. So that's the only reason why I would come out and tell you my problem. And the only time literally I'm going to do that is when maybe I've become close to you. I know what you're all about. I know that issue is around your part. I'm going to tell you, I have understood you. I know that, okay, if I talk to you, something good is probably going to come out of it. But there's sometimes that it is actually a miss, where if I tell somebody my problems, it doesn't go as I expected it to go. And those are the times where I wish I didn't even say it. Like, I will beat myself. I just wish I shut up. I noticed that with problems, if you keep stressing and stressing about it, the problem doesn't get solved. And that's one thing that I have learned, and that's why I go about and live my life like every other normal human being, with the little joys that matter to me. People sometimes will think that, oh, you're not making those problems priority, or you're making excuses for it, but no, you're not. It's just that at that moment there is nothing. You have probably exhausted all your means to solve the issue and you cannot. So what do? You live in the moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? I cannot, because I have problem. Do you understand? Somebody would invite me out and I wouldn't go, or because I have a problem, I'm going to be killing myself, drinking alcohol, you know, wailing and crying. I mean, I cry, I wet my pillow at night sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I should go stressing other people with my issue. I've had a conversation with somebody, and first she said was, talk to your friend, she can help you. Your friend's boyfriend can help you. Your this can help you. I'm just like, you're not in their shoes. You feel like because they give you some sort of glamour on social media, it means that things are going on well for them. That's why sometimes I feel bad when people judge me with my YouTube or like my Instagram. I'm like, I show you what I want you to see. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't show my life. If I show my life, una go pity for me, una go, all of you will pack out from this YouTube channel, because I'm just not ready to do that. I'm not just in that space to do that. I've seen people that have thrown pity party on YouTube and it worked for them. That's not my personality. Even with people that are close to me, I just believe that the only person I can tell my problem is God. And of course, I tell God, I stress him with my issue. Like the way I stress God, I don't think I've stressed any human being like that with my issues. Okay, so God is the only person that I can tell. I don't even think twice telling him my problems. But you see, humans, I think twice. I know some people that you tell your problems, and maybe after a while they'll come, hi, how are you? I just want to ask you about this. They came to mock you. They just want to remind you that that problem is there. You get what I'm saying? Maybe they feel like, this girl, she's enjoying too much on this social media, or she's been too comfortable. Let me just remind her about this thing. There are people like that. Do you understand? You might feel like I'm extra, I'm overthinking things, but it's actually the truth. There are humans that are like that just want to remind you of your problem, just to bring you down for a couple weeks or days or months, just, you know, just to tell you, sister, you be enjoying too much. It be like, say, you don't forget, say this thing you did here, they look you. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You're enjoying, sometimes you're enjoying, it's not even your money. I've been in situations where I don't even have a dime on me, but I will still eat, I will still hang out, I will still have soft life. Do you get what I'm saying? They feel like you're not making that problem the priority because you're enjoying, but no, you have exhausted all your means to solve your problem. Right now, you're just believing for daily bread, for manna to fall from heaven, for God to just remember you and blow your trumpet of grace. People just don't understand. After all that enjoyment, after all that soft life you've given yourself, you end up going back to your bed, and then all your problems just dawn on you, and you're like, hi! You now start overthinking again. My dear, thinking doesn't solve the problem. It's something that I've mastered for a long time. And the more you learn to be happy for yourself, even in your worst situation, the more you will live long. Because if you overthink, your high blood pressure high. There was this point in my life where my high blood pressure was so high. The doctor even asked me, what is a young girl like you thinking? What are you thinking about? What is troubling you? That was when I realized that it's not me at this young age, when I wasn't even up to 20. I think I was 20 at that time. And he was like, you're too young. You're too young. Whatever it is, you need to take a break. It was so high that BP can make you visit the hospital almost every time. I was going to the hospital every time, and this is something that I don't even tell people, but the way I frequent the hospital more than I frequent the church. Little money I was getting, I was going to the hospital, but people would not know, not because I haven't come on here to tell you my problem. I haven't called you personally as a close friend to tell you, oh, this is what I'm going through. I chose to mask my feelings because I don't like pity party. And I feel like when I now talk to someone about my problem, I don't like to see people see me break down. There's no way I'll talk about it and not break down. So I rather just not talk about it. Just leave me. I know the problem is there. I will solve it when the time is right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not because I chose to be wicked or I chose to ignore, but just because I have exhausted all means. I might not tell you, even to my close friends sometimes. It's not everything I tell them. It's just me. Telling people your problem sometimes is just like an escape mechanism. It's not because you want to tell them, but you just feel like if you tell them, you feel some sort of relief, like a burden has been taken off you. Honestly, for me, the best way that I let go of all those burdens is I pray, and when I pray, I cry, and when I cry, I feel better than even when I tell a human my problem, because even if I tell you, most of the time it doesn't get solved. So God is the only one that comforts me, and whenever I have that kind of moments with him, I just feel like everything will be okay, Jane. Just relax, take a deep breath, take a chill pill, and watch God do his work. That's just how I see it. Telling people your problem can be a bad habit when it comes from helplessness, but at the very metaphysical end of the issue, it's all perception. To be honest, it's just perception. There's nothing. Telling people your problem doesn't solve it sometimes. That's why I have to watch, get to know who I'm telling my problem. And in most cases, if you guys have some sort of breakup in your friendship, even with relationships, it's not everything that I tell my partner, except I know that, okay, this person is for me. You get what I'm saying? I would now let out everything. But for friendships, there's every chance that you guys will break up and the person goes around telling your business, and it could also be some sort of bedroom talk for some people. For me, no matter what you tell me as a friend, I would never. That's one thing I'm so proud of myself. I don't do bedroom talks with my partner. What my friend told me, it's not your business. You're not my friend's friend. What if it now happened that we are not together? You now know so much about somebody that is not even close to you. It doesn't make me look good in any way. And you now meet somebody else that probably might be looking up to that person and be like, oh, she's so gorgeous, I love her courage, I love everything she does, and you're not like, oh, that one, this is her own problem. You get what I mean? That's why I see it that way. I feel like it's the same circle. That's how it's going to be going round and round and round and round and round. And if you now have a partner that runs his or her mouth, they will now take it somewhere else, probably to school, to their workplace, you know, and all that stuff. So I rather not tell you. I don't like to mind my business. Make sure that I'm solving my problems in private. My last point why I don't tell my problems to people is because people do not care. You see this life? People do not care. People are struggling. They don't give a heck about you, to be honest. Like, even if you tell them that problem, all they're going to say, sorry, I hope you figure it out. And trust me, in some cases, the next minute they've forgotten that I told them about that thing. So this is just my reasons why I don't tell people my problems. For my friends that have been asking me, why don't you open up, why don't you talk, why don't you, this is just my reason. And this is the reason why you should not tell people your problem. Take my advice, take these points, because trust me, you go a long way with it. People say close mouth na close destiny. Open your mouth to the right person. Open your mouth to the right source. It's not everybody that you open your mouth to. Feel free to disagree, feel free to agree with me. Let's make this a serious conversation in the comment section. Thumbs up the video, and please subscribe, share. I want to know what you think. Do you think it's okay to tell people your problems? Do you think it's okay to just mask all your feelings, all your issues? Let me know, because it's funny. Some people tell me, Jane, the way you make people smile on social media, your posts always make me happy. But then I know what you're going through. I'm just like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I share my small joys with you guys, and I'm happy that you guys smile with me. At least the little time that I get to smile, let me enjoy it in peace. Okay, yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.